Hey guys, my name is Todd Blackmon. I am the Proposal Manager and one of the business analysts at Mindgrub. This is Food for Thought. Today I'll be talking to you about 3 tips for requirements gathering. So these are relatively intuitive. There's not a whole lot that you need to know for these, but they are critical for gathering good requirements and putting together great documentation. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1, the more time with the client, the better. So the more conversations you can have with the client, the better requirements you're going to elicit. You can get requirements from having one meeting, but these requirements aren't necessarily going to be a final version because you're definitely missing something. There are points that weren't brought up in the conversation that you're definitely going to have later on in the project. So if you can meet with the client more often, you're going to get better requirements and you're going to refine the requirements that you've already put together. So think of it about going to a fast food restaurant. You go to a fast food restaurant, you're the customer, you give your order to the cashier. The cashier has one shot to get it right. 9 times out of 10 they get it right, but there are instances where your order is wrong. You get pickles on your burger and you didn't order pickles on your burger. So meet with the client as many times as possible so you can really hone in on those requirements. Number 2, do your research and ask questions. Research is critical when you're meeting with a client. If you at least know who the client is when you're having a conversation. You may not know the project, but you know who the client is. Go on Google, go on Bing, go on a search engine, go to the company's website and look for 5 things: the who, the what, the where, the why, and the how. These are important. Figure out who your client is, what they do, why they do it, where they do it, and how they do it. And that'll kind of help you formulate some questions that you may ask when you get into these requirement sessions. But always come with questions. Never come without questions. And questions can be really, really simple. That you don't necessarily have to know the project. It doesn't have to be deep technical understanding. Questions as simple as, what are your KPIs, your key performance indicators? What users is the platform targeting? Who are your user? What are your user personas? Things like that. The ones that you don't necessarily need to know the project, but will really help shed light and drive conversation around the requirements and around what it is you're building. And this leads into the last tip. Number 3, follow up. Always follow up. If you have questions, follow up. If you have comments, follow up. If you have concerns, follow up. Just always follow up. You never want to work in a silo. You never want to work independently without talking to the client, because then you're making assumptions, and when you're making assumptions, your requirements might be wrong. You might think you know what the client wants, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you actually know what the client need is, or what their software need is, what their product need is, what you're trying to build for them. So always follow up. There really isn't a reason why you can't follow up. You think of all the means by which you can communicate with people nowadays. You have social media, texting, calling, email. If you're working out of their office, just go into their office and have a conversation with them. Instant messengers like Slack and Skype for Business. There's so many ways that you can talk to your clients. So just have that conversation. That way there isn't any ambiguity around what it is you're doing. So I hope this was informational. Like I said, it's relatively intuitive, but these are really, really important when you're gathering requirements for a project. So again, my name is Todd Blackmon. This is Mindgrub's Food for Thought. Leave a like or a comment if you think this video was informative, and we'll see you in the next one.